Hi, this is Larry Jordan. Let's answer another Final Cut Studio question. Jenny Renish asks a question. She says, what is the best way to get rid of the hum in a room where interviewers are speaking? Which frequencies should I be tweaking to clean up the sound as much as possible? Jenny, there's 3 different ways we can answer this question, so let me take a look at each of the 3 ways. Back when I was doing production on a daily basis, I seemed to specialize in interviewing soft-spoken men standing in front of large air conditioning units. I mean, hum was everywhere, and I remember there was one machine room I was standing in which was so noisy, and the guy was so soft, we had more success miking the air conditioner than we had miking him. Well, it just so happened that the crew had a whole bunch of C-stands and sound blankets, very, very thick blankets, and we hung those all around the speaker just outside camera range. So I was able to have a wide shot of him standing in front of all the blinking lights and very impressive machinery. But right next to his face, I had sound blankets baffling sound from above and below and from left and right. I just couldn't zoom extremely wide because I'd have seen the blankets. So I had a medium shot and a tight shot without any problem, and it cut the noise down a lot. So the very first question you have to ask yourself is, can I move him to a different room? Well, in my case, I couldn't because I needed to have him in the environment with the equipment. Second question is, in production, can I put some sound blankets around to baffle the audio and drop the machine noise down? In this particular case, I was able to do that because I could frame the shot in such a way the sound blankets would work. But maybe you don't have the sound blankets. Now, any heavy quilt, anything that's got real thickness and texture to it, not a hard surface but a soft surface, would be useful as a sound blanket. So the third thing is, can you turn the equipment off? Food does not spoil if you turn the refrigerator off for the 20 minutes you're going to have for an interview. The other thing is, I've worked with a lot of beginning audio operators, shall we say, and they seem to feel that the best place to put the mic cable is right next to the power cable and preferably wrapped around the power cable for about, 500 feet, in which case we get all kinds of AC hum in the system. Where possible, you want your audio and your power cables to cross at a 90-degree angle, because that minimizes the power hum leakage from the power cable into your microphone cable. Another thing that you want to do also in production is to use XLR cables, which are grounded and avoid hum, as opposed to RCA cables, which are hum magnets and attract hum from all over. But let's say that now you're stuck. You've shot it, the hum is in the system. How do you get rid of it? Soundtrack Pro allows you to reduce hum, but not remove hum. If you need to absolutely positively remove the hum, you have to re-record the audio. There's no option. If, on the other hand, you want to reduce the hum, there's 2 ways that we can do that inside Soundtrack Pro. One is to use an action called hum removal, and the second is to use an action called noise reduction. Notice that I've selected my audio clip. I go up to the File menu, I go down to Send To, and I have 3 Soundtrack Pro choices. I can send to an audio file project, a multi-track project, or a Soundtrack Pro script. Audio file projects are always and only a single clip, and they're used to repair bad audio on that clip. Multi-track projects are used for mixing. But Apple has worked really, really hard since Soundtrack Pro version 1 came out, and now all of the audiophile project settings can be accessed from within a multi-track project. So I'm going to show you the audiophile project, but everything I show you in the audiophile can also be done in a multi-track project. I'm going to send this to an audiophile project. I'll save it to the desktop. Notice how it automatically names this project, and notice that it's got a parenthesis after it. The original file is called snowboard.aif. The parenthesis sent means that this is now a new file that I copy the audio into. And if you've got really good eyes, watch down here. The file name is going to change from snowboard.aif to snowboard.aif sent so that my source media is unaffected. And I'm now working with a copy of the media, so anything that I do inside Soundtrack doesn't damage my source file. It's making a copy of it. So if you ever need to revert back, your source file is completely untouched, and you can go back to whenever you want. Click Save. It opens up Soundtrack. Notice it's now snowboard AIF parenthesis sent. Double-click a clip to select everything. Notice how we've selected it. Make sure the left pane is showing. By the way, I've put together a whole series of tutorials on Soundtrack Pro. We use them to train the editors that we took to our NAB coverage for Digital Production Buzz. And if you go to our store and look at tutorial bundle number 5, it's 4 30-minute movies on how to record, how to edit, how to clean up, and how to mix audio, specifically focused on audio interviews as opposed to music. So I'm going to skim through this here. But if Soundtrack is in your future, and it's an application that I myself use on a constant basis, that might be a tutorial you want to get. Go over to the left pane, click the Analysis tab, and notice that there's a checkbox here called Power Line Hum. If what you are hearing in your audio is the hum, the leakage from power, 50 or cycle or 60 cycle, click Power Line Hum and click Analyze. It will then go through and highlight in orange all the portions of the clip in which it can find that 50 or 60 cycle hum. And once you've clicked Analyze, and there's none here because this is just a straight music clip, but once it's found it and clicked it orange, if you click down here at Fix All, it will remove that audio hum from your clip, and it really does an amazing job. So if what you're dealing with is power line hum, the Analysis Power Line Hum will fix it. If, on the other hand, what you're dealing with is not power line hum, but is in fact machine noise like air conditioner noise or other steady state mechanical noise, double-click the entire clip to select it, go up to the Process menu, go down to Noise Reduction, and you're going to do that with noise reduction. The way noise reduction works is a two-step process. Find something which is pure noise, no people talking, go up to Process, Noise Reduction, Set Noise Print. Then select that part of the clip that you want to reduce the noise from. We'll just say this part right here. Go to Process, Noise Reduction, and Reduce Noise. This opens up a new HUD called the Reduce Noise HUD. There's a couple different ways we can remove noise, but I'm going to show you the way that I like the best. Click the Noise Only checkbox. With the Noise Only checkbox clicked, play the clip by clicking this right pointing arrow, and adjust the noise threshold by dragging to the right until you get the most amount of noise and the least amount of talking. Now the problem is noise frequencies and voice frequencies overlap. They are exactly the same frequencies. As you reduce the noise frequencies, the voice frequencies get spiky and electronic and Darth Vaderish. If you take the noise totally out, the voice sounds really bad. So you want to take the noise down so the voice becomes more predominant, but not out, or it's going to sound too electronic. So what you're looking for here is the balance in dragging the noise threshold where you get the most amount of the noise and the least amount of the voice, and the amount varies on a clip-by-clip basis. Then, if you want to preserve the richness of a voice, preserve bass. But I much prefer to make the voice understandable, so I preserve treble, and I dial in 1 or 2 clicks of treble to make sure that the high frequency, the clarity in a voice is preserved. When you click Apply, it goes through your waveform, it reduces the noise, doesn't remove it because that's going to be too drastic an effect. It reduces the noise and makes the voice more understandable. My name is Larry Jordan, and thanks for watching.